Welcome back, everybody. Dan Williams with Survive Outdoors. Here at Survive Outdoors, where you teach about wilderness medicine, safety tips, and gear reviews. Today we're going to focus on bee stings and wasp stings, and we're going to target 5 myths that are commonly asked. This will be the class, scratch that, this will be the order of Hymenoptera, if you remember back to your high school years on taxonomy. So the Hymenoptera order is wasps, bees, bumblebees, hornets. Those are the main ones that we're focusing on. First myth. Is it a myth that after your first sting, future stings are worse? It depends. You always want to know what that first sting was. Was it a mild reaction, a moderate reaction where you get 8 to 10 inches of redness and warmth? Or was it a severe anaphylactic reaction? If it was a severe anaphylactic reaction, there is a good chance your next sting will be that way. However, it's also the duration in between stings. Research shows that after your first sting, if it was an anaphylactic or just a moderate or even a mild one, the longer duration that passes, the less chance it's going to be severe. So after about 5 to 6 years after the first sting, if you don't get stung again, your risk drops about 50%, which isn't bad. Number 2, is it a myth that elderly are less likely to have a severe reaction? Yes, that's a myth. They are more likely to have a bad reaction. Elderly have a much higher chance of having an anaphylactic reaction than middle-aged or younger guys and gals. The reason why that is, we're not exactly sure. We do know that elderly who are on high blood pressure medicine, specifically beta blockers like propranolol, atenolol, those individuals have a higher chance of having an anaphylactic reaction. Myth number 3, is it a myth bees cannot see or sting in the dark? Yes, that's a myth. Bees can see in the dark and sting. However, their vision at nighttime is very poor. For example, if you're camping out in the woods and you get stung, and it makes sense if there's a dark pine forest and you can run into that pine forest, that may help. They're much more sluggish in the evening. If you're going to get rid of a nest, then that's why it's a good time at dusk. They're all congregated together, and you have a less chance of being stung, but they can see in the dark, just not well. Myth number 4, is it a myth that an anaphylaxis reaction occurs only in the first 5 to 10 minutes? Yes, that's a myth. Usually it's in the first 30 minutes it's going to occur, and that's when you should call 911 if you start having trouble breathing or if you have hives that are all over your body. So an intermediate reaction is where you get the 8 to 10 inch redness, like on your arm. Hives would be all over your body, and that can be a precursor to an anaphylactic reaction. So be advised of that. I also want to mention that if you get past the first 4 to 5 hours, you're pretty well home free. Very, very rare to have an anaphylactic reaction post 4 to 5 hours after being stung. And number 5, is it a myth that bees are not attracted to color and perfume? Yes, that is a myth. Bees are attracted to certain colors and perfume. The most common colors they're attracted to are blue and purple. And they're more attracted to sweet perfumes and cologne for obvious reasons. Down the road, what we're going to do is we're going to talk a lot about bees and wasps, signs, symptoms, and treatment. So be tuned for that. If you liked what you heard today, if you learned anything at all, something new, can you please like it and press the subscribe button? That would help me a bunch. Other than that, keep your eyes on the horizon, your face to the wind, and stay safe.